Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Well, we've got most of Wednesday night's rain out of here, but we get a whole lot more tomorrow for Halloween. We'll look at how it's going to feel for trick-or-treating coming up.
Okay, Ben, and breaking news, UAW and Ford announced a tentative agreement. Tonight we're hearing from both sides.
So many people filled St. Paul on the Lake tonight, they were sitting in the aisles as the father of Logan and Briggs Conley, his voice breaking, thanked the community.
Our family feels this paramount for me to convey our gratitude for all of your support.
Boy, such a hard night in Grosse Pointe Farms tonight as friends, family, and what seemed like the entire hockey community came together to show their love and support for the Conley boys who died in a house fire on Monday.
9-year-old Logan and 11-year-old Briggs. Our Mara McDonald is live at the church tonight. And Mara, it was really the hockey community that put this together for tonight's prayer service.
They sure did, Kimberly. You know, Logan and Briggs both played hockey. They loved playing hockey, and all their teammates came out tonight and all sorts of other children from around the league. So many people and so many little ones made their way on this cold and rainy night into the church. So many that there was simply not enough room, and several stood outside trying to catch a glimpse of the service. The boys' jerseys front and center. Their father, barely able to speak, came to the lectern.
I was told I didn't have to come tonight. This is what Logan and Briggs would want.
And then asked for prayers, but not for who you might expect.
I'm cognizant that what I'm about to ask you is absurd, but I beseech you to not pray for our family at this moment. I would like for you to pray for Chad, who was one of the first people at our house.
He then went through a list. The boys' teachers at school, their teammates, their friends, their coaches, the first responders who tried to save the children, and on and on. Pray for them, Conley asked, for it's everybody who is in pain.
That in this horrific time, please know they were not alone.
That message, not just for Logan and Briggs, but for the entire community.
I think it helps the children, I think it helps the parents, I think it helps the friends, the community to come together, and especially I think it helps the family. I think it helps the family heal, to see the support of the community behind them, and that they're not alone.
Back here live, the fire department is trying to piece together what happened here. They believe that this fire started in the kitchen. They think, they're not sure, that it was simply a malfunctioning toaster that caused all of this. You know, the boys had a late start at school that day, and their dad was already at work, and their mom was on her way to work. We're live in Grosse Pointe Farms tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Yeah, just awful. Okay, Mara. All right, we do have some breaking news to tell you about tonight. Ford and the UAW have agreed on a new contract.
Right on the heels of the union's deal with General Motors. We bring in Jason Colthorpe, who is at Sterling Axle tonight, where we've got a deal that I guess was pretty much expected. Jason?
Yeah, not a huge surprise here, Devin. Many auto experts, our own Rod Maloney included, believed that this would be like dominoes. Once GM had a deal with the UAW, the rest of the big three would follow, and that's exactly what's playing out.
A week after the United Auto Workers approved a deal to end a 6-week strike with General Motors, Ford has struck a deal with its union leadership. The tentative contract is a 4-year deal. The UAW strategy has always been to focus on wages and benefits for its members, as well as investment by Ford in its American facilities. And the UAW saying tonight that was no different this time around. In reality, the deal will likely mirror the GM deal, where employees got ratification bonuses of up to $11,000, 3% wage increases and other bonuses, and keeping their gold standard health care as it is. Ford isn't commenting tonight other than to say a proposed tentative deal is in place, but the union negotiators say they weren't just watching and waiting while GM workers walked the picket line. During those 6 weeks, they were able to, in their words, maintain productive negotiations with Ford.
So what's next? The UAW and Ford National Council will meet to look at this proposed tentative agreement, and if they can agree on everything that's in it, it will then go to the rank and file for their approval. And then, of course, it'll be on to the next one, and we'll wait and see what happens with Fiat Chrysler. Live in Sterling Heights tonight, Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
We will. Okay, Jason, thank you. In more automotive news, a merger between Fiat Chrysler and Peugeot's PSA Group could be announced as early as tomorrow. Both automakers are staying silent, but the Wall Street Journal reports that there is a deal to merge the two companies. It would create the fourth largest automaker in the world, with a deal projected to be worth about $50 billion. Both automakers have called unscheduled board meetings to discuss the merger.
I fear we have a scary forecast on tap for Halloween.
I think so. Ben, is it looking any better, though? Just a little bit for the trick-or-treaters?
You know, we see some glimmers of hope, and we will discuss that. Good news for right now is that the rain is sweeping out of here. The bad news is it will be back in time for the morning commute by 6 a.m. Some of our newest data suggesting that this rain is going to be heavy for the morning drive, and by 7, 8 o'clock, that's going to spread across the entire area. That's generally going to last through about the midday hour tomorrow. Then, of course, we turn our attention to trick-or-treating. We're following three main stories. Of course, we're desperate for a break. There is some hope. We'll look at the hour-by-hour forecast there. Cold temperatures, we're going to be below normal regardless of whether we see that rain or not. But those wind chills, wait till you see the 4-zone forecast, feeling below freezing in a lot of spots. And then we even have to talk about the snow. All that coming up in a few minutes, 7.
Ben. Well, tonight, the family of a 4-year-old boy who was killed in a dog attack says they had agreed to take in the pit bull to help a friend. Last night, Benjamin Cobb was mauled to death by a 60-pound dog inside his family's home in Hazel Park. His mother tried to fight off the dog, but Benjamin died from injuries to his body and neck. The dog was later euthanized. His family released a statement saying they had agreed to watch the dog after being told that he had never shown any aggressive behaviors. A GoFundMe campaign has been launched to help the family with funeral costs. So far, it's raised more than $13,000.
Staple of downtown Clawson is closing its doors. The Black Lotus Brewing Company's last day is tomorrow. That's according to employees who were only told Monday by the owner. Black Lotus has been at the corner of 14 Mile and Main since 2006, but the owner told employees business hasn't been good enough to stay open. One of the managers told us tonight employees are not happy at all.
We have all cried together. We've all been sad together, and this Friday, the 1st, is actually payday. When I spoke to him this evening, the owner, he said that he's going to give us our checks, but he will let us know when we can cash them.
Yeah, and with Friday also being, the first of the month, many soon-to-be ex-employees are now left to wonder how they're going to make their rent payments.
Tonight, the Michigan House passed a series of bills that would legalize sports betting and online gaming in the state. The sports betting bill passed on a bipartisan vote of 63 to 45. It calls for an 8.75% tax, so just a little less than 9%. It is likely to face opposition from Governor Whitmer, who has previously said she supports a tax rate of 12%. But the bills first now head to the state Senate. It is close to midnight, and something is lurking in the dark. Not ghosts and ghouls, but Thriller fans reenacting the iconic Michael Jackson dance.
Okay. More than 100 people of all ages gathering at Kellogg Park in Plymouth for the step-by-step dance instruction. So don't be surprised if you see some Thriller dancers maybe showing up at your doorstep tomorrow for Halloween. Trick-or-treaters.
I would need it to work like karaoke. I would need the guide of what comes next.
Exactly.
I don't have it memorized.
Iconic dance, though. Still ahead, a pair of thieves armed with sledgehammers target a local business.
Why police desperately want to find them before they strike again, coming up.
All right, ambushed at his front door. Video shows what happened when a homeowner fights back after being attacked by a man with a gun.
But first, the Pentagon released new video showing the raid that killed ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, and we'll have that next.
It's a Help Me Hank scam alert targeting local women. We'll show you what's happening and why some are losing big money. Help Me Hank tomorrow starting at 6 a.m.
We're here at the Motown Museum because this is an iconic neighborhood in Detroit. This is a neighborhood that really started it all for a lot of people. It was the dream of a man by the name of Berry Gordy. And that's what your neighborhood is all about. One person's dream and one person's vision to change their neighborhood, which essentially then changes a city, which then changes the Metro Detroit area. Those are the moments that matter.